I went to college in another city. Some people suggested I sell the estate house, but I couldn't. This house had been my parents' marital home, every tree and room designed by my mother. I wanted someone to take care of the house while I was away. When Uncle Mark heard this, he volunteered, and so they moved in and stayed for years. When I started grad school, Uncle Mark and Aunt Linda urged me to move back home, saying they could help look after me. After today's confrontation with Cindy, I finally understood why she had been distant with me all along. After Jason and Cindy left, I asked Uncle Mark, does Cindy not know about the house? Aunt Linda smiled nervously. That's my fault. I told Cindy and her family that the house was ours. You know, Jason's family insisted they wouldn't marry him off unless he had a house. But, you know, we don't have money. So, we had to say the house was ours. I could understand that. My parents had arranged several jobs for Jason, but he never stuck with any of them, always relying on my family's support to start his own. But in recent years, Uncle Mark and Aunt Linda had been good to me. I gently said, you can only hide the truth for so long. It's better to explain this to Cindy sooner rather than later. If she really needs a house, I have another one I could let them live in. Uncle Mark replied, Sierra, you've done more than enough for us. Don't worry. I would never take advantage of you. Hearing that, tears welled up in my eyes. Without Uncle Mark, I would have had no home. For the next few days, I saw Cindy around the house. She was either giving me cold looks or making passive-aggressive comments while watching TV. Some people really have no shame living in someone else's house like it's their own, she would say, clearly directed at me. Certain people think they're some kind of pampered princess, but honestly, people can't stand her. I kept quiet, hoping Uncle Mark and Aunt Linda would handle it. I had just started my new job and was swamped with work. I often stayed late at the office, only returning home long after everyone had gone to bed. One night, I came home earlier than usual, but it was already dark. The house was silent as everyone had gone to sleep. I quietly made my way upstairs, wanting nothing more than to collapse on my bed. But the moment I lay down, I heard a sharp scream, ouch. Now you can watch the third part by pressing share and more.